Hey everybody, welcome back to Jones Blue Line Pressure Washing Channel. My name is Jeremy. It's been a minute. I've been burning the candle on both ends. I've had a big job. My biggest job yet, my biggest payout yet. 5,000 feet of vinyl fence, both sides totaling 10,000 feet, close to 2 miles of fence. It was an old horse farm, 4 slat. Several parts of the fence was heavy and like algae, almost like a plant growing on the fence at times. I didn't film a lot of the video. I struggled physically and mentally getting through this job over the last month or so. It took me 3 weeks, totaling different days during the weeks, totaling about 45 hours. I'm going to show you some clips of the fence, what I have, a little bit of how I cleaned it. We're out here cleaning the vinyl fence on the last day. This is the last section we have, from the corner there to a little tree over there. We're hoping to get this done pretty quick because we've still got some more work to do at the house, some concrete work, some brick cleaning. There's bugs out here flying in my mouth and my ears and stuff like that. It's been pretty rough. This has been a rough job for us. There's hose, garden hose, stretched all the way from the house, 100 feet, 200 feet, 200 feet, that's 500 feet, 300 feet, 800, 900 feet. 900 feet of garden hose to get from the house to my buffer tank, which is the 80-gallon buffer tank. I'm running the 4 gallon a minute pressure washer. I got my dad helping me out with my chemical line, so he's about 5 minutes ahead of me. We're letting it dwell for 5 to 10 minutes. We're trying not to let it dwell too long because it's gonna be really hot today, about 90 degrees. So we're trying to get the hot parts done, that heavy side, and we're gonna work toward the shade. Hopefully be done here in a few hours. So we're trying to clean in sections. We're pre-soaking the grass between the cone and where we're working, and then spraying chemical. He'll stop there, not working too far ahead of me, and I'm coming through with a pressure hose, blasting some of this off. This is probably the cleanest section. We'll have pictures of what it's been like, but underneath, you can see underneath is pretty grimy. There's bird poop, and this is actually not a real bad part of the fence. The worst part of the fence are along the tree lines. There's actually like plants growing on the fence at times. So here's what my dad's doing. He's taking our soft wash hose, soft wash nozzle with a J-rod, got the fine mist fan. He's spraying all the slats here, and he'll go spray these posts, and he'll go underneath, spray chemical, and we'll get both sides this way, the same way, and he'll let that dwell, and I'm gonna come through and pressure this. It was wild. I didn't think I was going to be able to get it done. After the first day, we actually struggled. It was a partial day. We were going out there to get a feel for the job. We didn't really have a system down at all. We were out there for 3.5 to 4 hours, and we only did about 200 feet of fence. And there were several gates where we started. The gates really slowed us down at times. After that first night, I actually called the customer, and I tried to cancel the rest of the job. I really had a moment where I don't know if it anxiety, panic, or what. I'm not sure what you call it, but I just had a come to Jesus moment that I don't think I could do this job, and I just called him. I said, "Hey, so and so, we were able to do 200 feet today. I'm not going to be able to proceed any further," and I tried to cancel on him. He kind of just said, "Okay, I wish I could keep you cleaning my fence," and he kind of hung up. And I'm like, "Okay, that's that," and I kind of felt relieved, but also felt like, hey, I wish I stuck this out, I know this guy owns a lot of businesses, and I knew I was going to be shooting myself in the foot, but I felt like I just was not ready at this stage of my business. About 20-30 minutes later, this guy calls me back, begging me to continue to clean his fence, and he's like, "I need you. You're a blessing to me. I need you to clean just the dirty spots. Hit just one side." And I'm like, "Listen, I'm not going to clean just one side. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it all." I said, I quoted you. I told you it was going to take me a week. I actually don't have a clue how long it's going to take me to clean your fence. And it could be a month. It could be 2 months. I don't know. I blocked off a week, and my schedule was full after that. So you know, my anniversary, my wife's birthday, we were going out of town. I don't know, I didn't know how I was gonna be able to do it in the amount of time that was gonna be worth it, you know. But we stuck it out, and then ended up being a pretty cool experience, to be honest. I felt like I grew leap years in my business for knowledge of this type of job. I feel like I learned a lot in the process. It took a lot more chemical than I expected. It was pushing $900 in SH and surfactants, and way more than I expected. You know, I had to pay my dad, and I had to pay for the surfactant. End up, you know, I still made pretty close to $100 an hour. I gave him a pretty decent break. I'll just tell you straight up, I charged him $5,000 for this fence. I charged him $1 a linear foot for one side. Typically, I'm $1 a foot for either side, so it'd be $2 a foot if I'm doing both sides of the fence. So I gave him one side completely free, knowing that there's potential for further jobs in the future with this guy. Try not to make this video too long, but the job was done. He paid me. He ended up giving me a $500 tip. That was super cool. He actually paid me on my online program. I'm using Quote IQ right now, the online Quote IQ program, and I've never had anyone pay through the program yet. Usually people write a check or give me cash or PayPal or something like that. I've never had someone actually pay through that. It's an online money thing called Stripe. They withhold your payment for 7 days on the first payment, so just be prepared for that if you're using Quote IQ. And they take like a 2.9% fee. So I'm so glad he tipped me, because I was able to pay the fee and still have a little bit extra money that came in. I say all this to say, after the job was done, this guy calls me. He's like, Jeremy, I'm pleased. I'm pleased with what you did. Everything looks great. Talked about the highs and lows and what we couldn't get to and stuff like that. Chit-chatted for a minute, and he calls. He says, hey, I need one of my big buildings cleaned. It's 27,000 square foot. You know, I initially quoted him for that job already. He wanted me to send him a quote again, and I'm still kind of waiting to hear back from that job. And then he's like, hey, I don't know if you're up for this, but I own 62 restaurants, and I need them cleaned quarterly. Are you up for that? I can't even explain the feeling I had receiving that phone call. Talk about like a life-changing phone call. You know, it hasn't happened yet, but I think that door has been opened because I stuck it out. And there are some times during this job that you will want to quit. It's tough. Everyone would be doing it if it was easy. I just want to say, stay with it, pace yourself, don't get overwhelmed, do what you can do, and don't stop. We got this, guys. God bless. Hope you guys do well, keep washing, and I'll see you guys on the next video.